Questions into the Q&A or into the chat. This is an open book. This is a very simple program that I'm going to be sharing with you today. And a guest may have invited you. I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome to all the guests, all the affiliates, all the folks that are watching live or the replay. Maybe you're watching it on the Facebook or somewhere out there. I'm live on YouTube right now. I'm going to hit record so we can record it. People say, hey, do you have, will be saved. Okay, continue recording. All right, we are recording. We are live. I want to say, what's up, Team Gang friends? Vin here. I want to say, welcome to today's Save Club overview slash cutoff Zoom. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a cutoff every Friday night, midnight at 12 p.m. Pacific time. And this is part of this power line system that allows people to really get great placement in a brand new company, business model, idea, concept, really emerging of multiple different concepts into this concept of Save Club. What is Save Club? I'm going to share with you what Save Club is. I'll say what it is. It's very simple. Save money, get cash back, percentages off on products and services we use every day anyway. So you probably have heard of the concept. I mean, everyone wants, whether it's a buy one, get one free, whatever it is, cash back. We're hearing that more and more. And on products and services we use every day, what do we use every day? We eat every day: food, clothing, shelter, insurance. Okay. And so let me go like this. The recording did stop. So, all right, I have it on YouTube anyway. See, backup plan. So, that's what Save Club is. I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to look, I'm going to do my best to be fairly quick, but it is a message I want to share with people that I think is important. So sometimes we have long form video, sometimes we have short form video. And I want to say again, welcome. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And that just illustrates more of what this is about. It's about creating leverage in our life. Just a real quick background on myself. Look, I grew up, go to school, safe, secure job, pension benefits. I'm from the working class. I was a civil servant for over 20 years, New York City police officer for 11 years, New York City firefighter for 10 years. And I did that job. Yes, it's great and it's wonderful. And we love helping people and it was great. But I was looking for a pension. My father had a pension, rest in peace, with Department of Sanitation. And where I grew up in Staten Island, New York, it's a lot of people would do the city jobs. A lot of city workers look for city jobs because of the pension, the annuity. This is why people become school teachers. Yes, they want to help and shape young minds, but they also want to create a steady job, right? Steady pay, benefits, and pension, right? Ongoing residual income. A pension is residual. Recurring income. It's the mailbox money. It's the pension fairy that shows up every single month that we're very excited about. So, has anyone noticed the price of anything going through the roof in the last few years? So that's why Save Club is a win-win for folks. Save money on things we're already using and make money using this thing. See this supercomputer we have in our hands here? We have social media platforms that are free. It's free. Zoom is free. I have a paid account, but Zoom is free, right? Zoom is a subscription, a membership, right? And so we can leverage, there's people all over the world right now watching this, all over the states. I'm live streaming on YouTube. So it goes to show that's leverage, leveraging social media. When I was a civil servant, like most people, working class American, I worked 40, 50 hours a week for 25 years. Nothing wrong with it. Very, noble profession thing to do. I worked those hours, got my money, and went and paid my bills. And then I went and back and forth and back and forth. But what happens when a lot of, the Amazon Tap just shut down. What happens is the price of everything is increasing, and when the price of the income isn't quite going up. So anyway, I'm going to jump in and I'll show you what Save Club is. Like, what does Save Club have to do with all that? It has everything to do with all that. Save Club is a $20 a month membership. Let me get rid of this. Let me X out of that thing. I don't know if you can see that. No, I don't want that there. Is that going to be there the whole time? X, X. All right, good. $20 a month membership, global savings, deals, and discounts. It's great up front. You're hearing about it. Okay, let's move this out of the way too. Jeez. Sorry about today. I'm a little discombobulated. Sorry about that. Anyway, regular people doing the business. Okay. $20 a month membership. Isn't it great to hear the price up front? What's it going to cost, Vin? 20 bucks. All right, 20 bucks. Global savings, deals, and discounts on well, first let's talk about the problem. I don't want to be gloom and doom, but the problem is we just know what the problem is. Higher costs, groceries, food, housing, utilities, insurance, gas, transportation, clothing, etc. And what is the solution to that is, well, lower costs. What's the solution to higher costs? Well, lower costs. Does that make sense? It's fair enough. Big savings, world's best. I can't see all this stuff. There's a lot of pop-ups on my screen. I hope you don't see all that stuff. The world's best brands. This is what Save Club is. Dining brands, shopping brands, automotive brands, theme park, movie direct, ticketing brands, travel brands, etc., etc. You know all these brands. I don't have to read to you Jersey Mike's, IHOP, Home Depot, Dell, BJ's, Amco. Meanwhile, I'm reading them to you anyway. Jiffy Lube, Firestone, AMC, the movie theater, right? Legoland, Disney, Hilton, Wyndham, JetBlue. There's so many other things we're not even seeing here, right? Like insurance, utilities. All right. Save Club is, and anyone who's plugged into the corporate Zooms and see, to really see what Save Club is all about, people are really excited about this. We had over 500 people the other night on a Zoom, and tonight's Zoom, Friday night's cutoff Zoom will be no different. Might have 600 people on that as well. So people are hip to this because look, it's an easy conversation to have. Buy one, get one free. You've heard of that. Cashback, we've heard of that more now than ever, right? Companies want to use cashback, rewards plans to acquire customers and retain customers, right? People say, I get a deal every time I go there. So that's why they go there. Okay. Uh, more brands, restaurants, more, exclusive online savings, Amazon, Best Buy, Target, all online stuff. You save money online as well. Okay. Luxury brands, you name it. Travel, 6 different travel portals within Save Club itself. Traveling to wherever, comparing it to Booking.com, TripAdvisor, Expedia, hotels. By the way, if anyone has any questions, drop them into the comments. If you're on YouTube, drop them there. If you're on Facebook, wherever it is, drop them in the comments and or drop them in the Q&A here on Zoom now. Okay, Alamo. So you heard of these brands. Would you like to pay less for the same thing or more? It doesn't, that's obvious, right? So this is why I'm kind of going through these slides very quickly. I want to be as quick as possible. I like the comparisons. Comparisons are simple. I don't have to say, "Hey, I just lost weight on this weight loss pill. I can't believe how great I was in my underwear last week. But I look better this week in my underwear." And put that on Facebook for everyone to see. Look, I lost weight, and so I don't want to do that. And I'm not doing that. Nor did I ever do that. I think it's cringy and cheesy, and a lot of people do. But people are building businesses online, so they'll do whatever it takes, I guess. This is just a lot easier. It's an easier conversation for people, and it's an easier testimonial. $24 savings, that's obvious, right? Would you rather pay more or less? Okay, here's an example. These are popping up all over Facebook. This is Ulta, right? Would you rather pay $3.99 or $3.39 and save $60 on hair care with Save Club? So people are posting their testimonials, right? Save $60 if it's a $20 a month membership. That paid for itself for 3 months with one purchase. Right? Okay. What about movie tickets? These are just a few I took screenshots on from Facebook and put it on here. Okay. $25.49 per ticket. When this gentleman went through Save Club, he paid $15 per ticket and $5 booking fees. So instead of paying, $52 or $51, he paid $20. So you can now spend another $30 on popcorn. You get the point, right? Obvious, very simple. This is at GNC. Instead of $169, he paid $114, saved $55. He has travel, Venetian Resort Vegas. Same days, same nights, same everything with a $566 savings. Big savings, right? Friend of mine sent me this. I have a lot of other friends sending me stuff now. $20 off on oil change. To go back to this savings here, one trip would save you the price of Save Club for over 2 years. So just by being a member, you're in the black every month. And I'm going to get into that too, right? So membership savings in itself, potential annual savings per user over $1,600. This is an estimate on dining, food, shopping, retail, auto health services, right? Theme parks, activities. You want to get your oil changed, cars, tires, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you the Save Club itself. Okay. So as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and show you Save Club. And just so you know, if anyone invited you to see this, or if you're watching this on YouTube or somewhere, click the link below and or this is how we do it. We share this with people. The company gives us a couple funnels, multiple funnels apps, actually, excuse me. And people watch a quick, this is like a 1 minute and 26-second video. They watch, they put their information here. They go into the back office and then they can go here. Oh, there's another funnel, right? And then they go into this Save Club here. So this is what Save Club looks like. It automatically populates your zip code where you live. Okay, you can see you can save on insurance, travelers here, view more. You can really look around here and get into anything really. I mean, if you look at let's go search. On the left here, you see it says automotive, business and office, car rental, condos and resorts, cruises, tours, dining, food, entertainment, recreation. Guys, it's a $20 a month membership, right? And so it's month to month. You can pay month to month if you want. This is the Save Club. And just to get an estimate, like, hey, how much can I save? See at the bottom, it says, how much can I save? Let's find out. Click here, and we're going to say, let's just say here, it says weekly. How many times weekly do you do these things? Let's just say I do once a week, I eat out, and you see it populates on the site. Just by eating out once a week, right? For lunch, you're going to save almost as much as an annual membership. Annual membership is 240, right? And then if you eat out, let's say once a week for dinner, now you're at 520. That's 2 years worth of your membership. If you order pizza once a week, if you're like us and you eat a lot, that's $884. And you can kind of play with this and go through it. Like maybe you go bowling once a quarter, right? And we'll do that, factor that in. Movie rentals, movie tickets. Maybe you want to go get 6 tickets a month, right? Hotel nights, maybe you do, 6 nights a year. Okay, rounds of golf. Maybe you got to get out more, but you're going twice a year. You get the point, right? So you can see the annual savings. It's all there. Like to save money on things that we're already doing makes sense. It's an easy conversation. And this is what leads to the business being a simple. This is why I just jumped on here quick and I wanted to do this and really share this message with people because it's very simple. I wasn't looking for this. I wasn't looking for another business opportunity. I didn't go on Facebook and say, I really hope someone inboxes me with a business opportunity today, but this is something that I had to participate in because I'm going to show you why. You know what? Because sometimes seeing it makes more sense. Here's why. And again, one of the reasons I start this off by saying what I did for an occupation is because I'm like most people, right? I'm not a guru or an entrepreneur or this, sophisticated investor. I'm a person with a family. My wife and I have 4 kids. Years ago, we did what most people do. And as a matter of fact, I'll show you what we did, right? And so you can identify with it. The question is this the hottest business of 2025? I mean, there are a lot of business opportunities out there. There are a lot of things you can do to make money online. The reason I'm doing this particular business, and this is an add-on to what I do in my currently busy life, is because of passive income, residual income, sticky, retention, words like that, like a pension, like residual bills. Like you might have heard those terms before if you've been involved in MLM, network marketing, but this is a different, and I'm going to show you math. I'm not going to show you hype. All right, you're not going to hear hype out of me. You're going to see math, right? That's flat out it. Every time I go to, over the years, balance a checkbook, you can't hype that. It's all math, okay? All math. And so comes down to basic math, particularly for building a business. I also have a background in the mortgage business. That was all math. Do I qualify? How much do I qualify for? Well, you can't get into a song and dance. Well, you should buy a house because these are really great windows, a really nice floor. No, the question is how much, right? So I'm going to get into that in this. So let's go into why do people even start an online business? There are some people out there that don't start an online business. They're very wealthy. They don't have any money issues. They're not looking to start an online business. So when you're speaking to people, if someone says, I'm not looking to start an online business, believe them. They're not looking to start an online business. And I'm going to share with you why so many people are starting online businesses right now and really why they're looking to do it. So this is just an example. Okay. This is a family. This is kind of like my wife and I when we were younger, but we have 4 kids. And what we did was what a lot of people do. We acquired a mortgage and car payments and credit cards. We never had student loans, but a lot of people do. We definitely have taxes, insurance, food, gas, utilities, cell phones, savings, clothing. Years ago, we didn't have Netflix, but we do now. Amazon now, gym memberships, childcare we didn't have because of network marketing, by the way. Dental care, coffee, right? You can give up some things like your coffee, but are you going to give that up? I don't know. I'm not. So these things are liabilities and expenses. They come in every single month, no matter what. Is it fair enough? Does that look familiar to anyone? Drop a one in the comments if that looks familiar to you, right? No one ever sees these things and says, "What are you talking about?" And I've never heard of monthly bills. We have monthly bills, right? They come in every single month. So if you're working 40, 50 hours a week, and God forbid you sprain your ankle or whatever, and you can't go to work, you don't get paid. The bills don't care. You know that, right? You know the bills aren't like, well, you poor thing, you don't have to pay us this month. You have to pay every single month, right? If you don't think so, try to go without paying your mortgage or your light bill for a little while and see what happens. Okay. So most of us do like what I did. I worked 40, 50 hours a week and I went and paid these things. I'm going to show you a solution to this, by the way. All right. And you may have heard this in the past before if you've been involved in MLM or something. I'm going to show you a different mathematical equation. Okay. So these things add up to money. All right. What are you going to do about it? These are monthly bills. I'm not going to get into it today, but I will on another training that I do. And I just use ChatGPT and ask it numbers and it comes up like, what's the average annual income of a American household? What's the average monthly obligations that people have? How many years do people work? What's the average amount of hours people work per week? What's the average monthly pension? It's much lower than 5,000, just so you know. And what percentage of people actually have a pension anymore? That I think I saw was 15% today. You can go to ChatGPT and ask all the questions you want and just do the math and like add up your bills and see like, is there anything I can do to put those things on autopilot so I don't have them, so I don't have to stress and have anxiety as much. Does that make sense? Because this is where we were. Just so you know, I got started in MLM. I didn't even know it was MLM. A friend of mine invited me to a pyramid party at a hotel. I kept not showing up. He's like, "You're not showing up. What's the deal?" I said, "Dude, what is this thing?" It sounded to me like a pyramid, and everyone says that. So I went to this pyramid party and I saw a concept and I got started. I was like, because look, I said I was a civil servant, but I was a New York City police officer for 11 years. And I was a New York City firefighter for 10 years. So I understand what risk is, like actual risk. You know what I'm saying? So I was in narcotics. We used to do buy and bust. It was very risky. All right. So when I started a network marketing business and I paid 300 bucks, that was 17 years ago. That wasn't really risky to me. That's just the way I saw it. Right. Anyway, I saw that. I saw the concept. I got involved in network marketing and I learned a lot of things about what works. Most importantly, I found out what doesn't work. And that's why it led me to this Save Club here. And when I saw the model, I said, well, I know that works already. I know why it works mathematically. So, uh, monthly bills. So you do your monthly bills, right? I do my monthly bills. Not to be morbid, I said if God forbid something happens to me, how are they going to pay the monthly bills every single month? So I wanted to duplicate myself. Does that make sense? Meaning not like MLM duplicate. I'm talking about actually have if I'm making $5,000 a month with my job, how do I make $5,000 a month? Right? Let me just say this to you face to face here. How do I make 5,000? If you're making 5,000 a month with your job, how do you make 5,000 a month with a business that comes in residually? Because if the job is 40 hours a week, where are you going to get another 40 hours a week to do that again? So what are people's options? You buy a franchise, quarter million, 20,000 a month, another 40, 50, 60 hours. So the regular person is not going to start a franchise on the side. They're already busy, kids and everything else. They're not going to go back to school and become a lawyer. Like if you're a doctor, you would even become a lawyer on the side. Business professionals are already getting into this business. They're looking too because they're stressed out. They're working 40, 50, 70, 80 hours a week and they have the same thing going on, right? So how do you create residual income? You can buy real estate, investment properties, but most people aren't sophisticated investors. There's more risk there, right? Does that make sense? So people find themselves backing into network marketing, multi-level marketing, right? Online marketing. Why? Because everything is done for you. You have companies that have products and services. It's all done for you. But there's an issue with that as well. And I'm going to share with you a couple of those things. All right. So I'm going to jump into the Q&A. Someone had a question here, I think. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna say to Billy, He's a 1 star. My friend Billy just rank advanced to 1 star, even though it's not a question. That's a statement, and I like the statement. So it's team building here. We will help you if you decide to hang out with us. Okay, and so let's go back to the presentation. Let me, yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. Hold on, guys and girls. I'll be as quick as I can. Okay. And so let me go back to this. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated. You got to understand something. This morning with the kids and the whole thing, and you do understand it. If you're a family, you understand it. It was like right before the Zoom, all hell was breaking loose over here. So I'm a little bit like, I'm a hot mess today. Sorry about that. It's called the home-based business. All right, let's get back to it. Then reel it in. So I want to talk to you about compounding income. Okay. Now I've experienced this in my life with through network marketing with a company that had no product. Okay. It was an energy company and it used a network marketing model to acquire customers and affiliates. Okay. I'm going to share with you because you heard of compounding income, right? That's why we have a 401k, 457 Roth IRA. Very smart thing to do. Teach my kids to do the same thing. They're doing it. All right. Well, one of them's doing it so far. Compounding income is the concept and the culture of this team that we just launched. This is all we're going to talk about. All right. This is all I'm going to talk about. Yeah, you can go save money and stuff. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Do I care that much about saving money on a hamburger? Yeah, my kids do, whatever. I just know as an entrepreneur, I know that society is looking for that in the Save Club. I see the value. So the math works there. So that concept's good. I'm doing Zoom like this and have a Facebook group and assisting people on how to build this business for this, what I'm about to show you. Compounding income. Okay. So let's just say you have $100 in income coming in the Save Club business and your business grows by 20% a month. Now, with the program, you may need about 100 people to make 100 a month. All right. And residual income. I'm not looking to scare anybody. All right. You don't have to sponsor 100 people. I'm going to show you about leverage and all that. All right. I'm going to share with you something. Okay. You get to that point of $100 a month and it grows by 20% per month. What does that look like? So after 3 months, you make it $172. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, all right? Talks about three things, okay? Talks about long-term vision, delayed gratification in order to utilize the power of compounding. This is how entrepreneurs think. This isn't about how I was taught working 8 hours a day and get paid at 8 hours. Work 8 hours, get paid at 8 hours. Showing you a concept, all right? Because, I want to sometimes touch a nerve with people. Those bills that you have are not going to stop no matter what you do. There's nothing you're going to do to stop that stuff from coming in. Okay. So this is something you can do. Sharing with you. This is an example, compounding income. After 3 months, you're at $172 a month. Okay. After 6 months, you're at $300 a month. Residual. I'm not talking about, and this isn't like business volume and people on auto ship. Nonsense crap. I'm talking to you about passive, sticky dollars and pennies and quarters and nickels and dimes compounding. Okay. $6. $300 after 6 months. After 1 year, you're at $871 in passive income. I don't know if you know how much real estate you need to have to make $800, $900 a month in passive income, or at 10% in interest, how much you need to have in the bank to make $900 a month. Okay. After the next 6 months, this is an example, $2,600 after 18 months. Okay. You're at six figures after 24 months, 2 years. Next is where it takes off in year number 3 from $10,000 a month to seven-figure income. Now, if you've ever been involved in network marketing, you know the people who make seven figures. You've heard of these people making 30,000 a month, 40,000 a month. When I got started in network marketing, I'm just going to illustrate this. I said to my wife, if we could make $1,800 a month, that will change everything for us. Okay. What happened was we got in the right time, right people, right thing at a certain time. We got to 1,800 a month. But then what happened is because we helped a lot of people do the same thing. In our first business, we got to about $23,000 a month. And we were like bugging out of our minds because I never made that kind of money. It was fine. They don't pay firemen $250,000 a year. All right. Then that business went, there was too much attrition with that business. Then we got into the energy business. And that's when I learned about this, what I'm showing you. So it did take us about 6 months to get to about here, or actually about here in that business. But within 3 years, we were between 40 and $50,000 a month. Okay. And because we followed Dave Ramsey's baby step system, it changed my family's friggin' life forever. All right. So this is why I stopped doing traditional network marketing, auto ships and business volume and stuff back in 2020. And I get pitched all the time. And this is why I'm doing Zooms and you hear it, my voice maybe about this. Okay. So wherever you are, again, where I was emotionally when I started this network marketing thing 17 years ago, I said if we could make $1,800 a month. I didn't have my lid wasn't up to, I didn't believe we could make 50,000 a month. Okay. So wherever you are, if you're at, you want to make 500 a month, you want to make 1,500 a month. Okay. 5,000 a month, 10,000 a month, 20,000 a month. We want to make seven figures. If you want to hang out with us, okay, there's a Zoom tonight. There's a training tomorrow. There was a training last night. Everything's recorded. We're an open book. That's why I said any Q&A you have right here, right now, throw it into the comments. Okay. Any question you have. Okay. I want to share with you traditional network marketing because you might have done this before, particularly now that this company just launched 4 days ago. All right. And it was phase one. So you might have done MLM before, and I get it. I get it. So I want to show you a quick video, all right, by Patrick Bet David. This is a 30-second video. And then there's a 6-minute video by Gary Vaynerchuk. He's not going to talk about network marketing. He's talking about the subscription economy. See this? Save Club is a subscription membership. It's not a traditional network marketing business. Okay? So listen to this 30-second clip.
You ever see some of these companies' valuation? This company's worth $220 billion. This one worth $6 billion. This one only after 2 years worth $680 million. Why and how? It's called the subscription economy. According to a Forbes article, it says two companies, same top line revenue, 100 million, 100 million. This one has to go chase for its revenue every single month. They got to go sell again. But this one, it's subscription. Every month, people are paying $49.99. According to this Forbes article, this one could be worth 8 times more just because it's reoccurring versus this one. There's a reason for that. We're going to talk about that today.
It's a great video. I have the full 5-minute version. I'm actually going to throw onto the Facebook group. All right. We have a Facebook group, a private group. It's called Freedom Through Save Club, Freedom Through Savings. There's a reason it's called Freedom Through Savings. I want to talk about freedom, financial freedom. You don't have to make 50,000 a month to be financially free. You just have to have your bills on autopilot. This is a 6-second clip from Gary Vaynerchuk.
I'm a retailer at heart, so of course I love this. Everybody should be in retail, and everybody should figure out how to do subscription.
Are there businesses out there that you think should be thinking about subscription?
All of that.
So, that's what this is. This is a subscription-based business. If you've ever been involved in traditional network marketing, you've had companies like this on the left. Very good companies with very good products, leadership, very good intent. Okay. The first challenge is when you start a MLM like that is the brands are foreign to the public. So if you approach a friend about some collagen or peptide or weight loss or skincare, it's a strange conversation, and you find yourself in a position where you have to explain the features and benefits to someone, and you find yourself trying to convince people to buy your stuff. Okay, that's an issue. You start saying the greatest collagen, we have the greatest peptides, juice, shakes, vitamins, and you know what? You probably do. Those companies have great products, but it starts to get cheesy, and you're like, well, we got a doctor's call, we got the patent, we got the berry from the Amazon, the mushroom, Himalayan mushroom, whatever. You can't get it anywhere else like that. It's cheesy, it's cringy, and it's embarrassing, right? For me, at least, right? And so the difference with traditional network marketing is these brands are foreign. It's a challenge, and Save Club has familiar brands, IHOP and Olive Garden. I don't know, Home Depot and Target. If I say to a friend, hey, I think you need to get your oil changed, I don't have to say that to them. You're going to do it anyway. Just, I mean, think, would your friend rather pay 20 bucks for an oil change or 40 bucks for an oil change? I don't know. Like, actually, I do know. Why would it's it's an easy conversation. So, Save Club is a mainstream. It's taken like affiliate marketing and going mainstream with it. Problem with traditional marketing is these network marketing, these starter packs, founder packs, home conversion packs, where you have to buy all these products to give out for samples or have a lot or convert your household over. And it's usually pricey for people. That is why I said this is 20 bucks in the beginning of the presentation. So this isn't a presentation that you're going to get on and you're going to get to the end and say, well, it's going to be 300 bucks and you don't have to pay 300, but everyone does pay 300. No, and get a starter pack with all these products. That's a challenge. And then the next thing after the starter pack is auto ship. No one wants auto ship. No one likes it. No one stays on auto ship. The industry average of people staying on auto ship is 2.7 months. There's no retention. How are you going to have residual income without retention? It doesn't exist. It's not possible. And this is why you've probably done this. And it was great. And products were great. Company's great. Everything's great. And everyone quit. And that's the only reason is the auto ship. And people don't want to spend $150 a month, right, on a product that they get something similar for a fraction of the cost on Amazon. Just a fact. You can't control the market. You can run around town with a patent in your hand and try to tell everybody how great it is, because I did that. And I found that the market doesn't give a crap, right? They don't. They want value. So, on the left, you have all these traditional network marketing companies. On the right, you have what's familiar to people. Amazon Prime, Netflix, Planet Fitness, Costco does not say, hey, you haven't been here in 2 months, you can't come back. They don't say that. Netflix doesn't say, you need to watch a certain amount of movies every single month. So a subscription is having convenience, and that's what it is. Save Club is the same thing. It's convenient. It's convenient for me to have all my savings in one spot. It's convenient for me to have when they launch card linking. I mean, that's the most convenient thing of all time, when I could just click, connect my Bank of America card and I get all the savings applied anyway without even knowing them, right? So major difference, right? On the left is a starter pack, auto ship, business volume, and you have to be qualified. And you don't have to buy a starter pack at Costco, right? There's no business volume at Spotify. There's no business volume with Save Club. There's no starter pack, auto ship, business volume, and you don't have to be qualified to get paid. You can get started and people can spill onto you and you get paid without ever sponsoring anyone. And you did hear what I just said. Save Club, to get started as an affiliate, you get a funnel, opt-in form, done for you email campaigns, automation. You get multiple funnels, by the way. AI for lead generation for $60. All right. It's relevant. It's not a bunch of products. It's digital, 100% digital. Okay. So to get started, you can do $60 for the affiliate, and then $20 a month. That's option one, is for your membership. Or you could do the VIP and do 300 bucks and do it for a year and have zero monthly. I did that. A lot of people do start with the affiliate. They spend the first month, they do 80 bucks. Then they say, all right, you know what, I'll upgrade to VIP. You could do that. But I want to tell you a few things about this VIP, and it has everything to do with your monthly bills. Everything to do with your bills from home. First of all, $300 up front for everything, and you paid the whole thing, your whole year for your business, and you got zero bills. So you're not adding a bill. That's number one. Number two is there's an additional income revenue for all VIPs. So what that means is let me just draw this out very quickly, all right, guys? And by the way, does anyone have any questions? Just throw it into the comments, all right? I'm an open book here. If you want to do a three-way call, you have questions after this, and someone invited you to it, like, let's get on a call, face-to-face Zoom, whatever you want to do, right? Let's just say this person, Mary here, all right, she enrolled Joe here, and Joe is not a VIP, and then Joe enrolls Jen here at the bottom here, right? This is just an example. So this $10 here is going to look for the next VIP. So Joe's not a VIP, okay, but Mary is. So Mary's going to make 10 bucks. Then it's going to look for the next VIP, and maybe it's Melissa here, okay? She's going to get $5. Well, I have all women here. All right. So women are generally better at network marketing than men. They just are. I don't know why. And so, well, I do know why. So the next is is looking, this person isn't the VIP, but this person is. And this person gets $3. This is called coded bonuses. There's a company called Ambit Energy or Excel Communications. They wrote a book about Excel communication called The Excel Phenomenon. When you have a digital business, you can have something like this. A digital business, you can have coded bonuses. This is a digital business. It's in 150 countries. It's instantly delivered. There's no product, there's no customs, there's no nonsense, there's no nothing. All right. So retention is key. You know what you're retaining right now? Monthly bills. I don't like harping on it, but I don't like monthly bills. They annoy the crap out of me, and they annoy my wife even more. Right? Retention. So we're retaining bills, right? It sucks. But 300 when you have VIPs in the team, I'm building teams of VIPs. Okay, just so you know, you don't have to join a team. You don't have to be a VIP, but as people upgrade, and by the way, I think the number is it's over 50% right now of Save Club members. There's about 8,000 people that got started in the first 5 weeks. Right, this is going to grow like a rocket ship. This company, it already is. Okay, it's if you get involved with us and you like see what's going on around, you're going to see what's happening. Right, get on tonight's Zoom. Retention is key. Retention plus leverage equals freedom. This freedom here is your bills being paid every single month. All right. So in other words, freedom from bills here. It's not I mean, it's financial freedom. If you're making as much or more as your monthly obligations, your monthly bills with residual income that has retention, then you have freedom. But you can't do it without leverage. Right? Because if you're like me and you work, let's just say 40 hours a week, all right, with that, where I have no leverage, I would get paid X amount of dollars per hour and per every other week, my paycheck, and that's it. So I wasn't able to make more unless I come up with another 40 hours or 10 or do 10 hours overtime. I was zero leverage. I didn't have any leverage. Does that make sense? And the reason I say that is most people don't have leverage. When you're in a multi-level marketing deal or a deal with leverage, something like Save Club, where you get started and you bring in two and they bring in two in the matrix. There's like the matrix, like this, and they all bring in two, let's just say, in a perfect world, right? Like this. This is leverage. We'll show you how to do it. And the thing is, when you have two that becomes 4, 8, 16, 32, and let's just say you have, let me just clear this. You have 50 people in your organization, okay? And 50 people get one person a month. That becomes 100, then 200, then 400. Remember the compounding income? All right, we're going to show you how to do this if you don't know how to do this. Another thing with something called spillover, I'm going to just tell you this. This is a matrix, this pyramid you see here. Something called spillover. What this means is, let's just say this is Joe, and he sponsors Frank and Mary and Tom and Jerry, right? And so on and so forth. Frank does nothing. He's just hanging out, all right? But Tom becomes a 5-star and his business has 20,000 people under him. Normally, in any other deal you'll ever see in network marketing, this person will make $0 because they have to recruit or they have to be qualified, active, qualified. They need balance from a left leg or right leg. In this business, this person or anyone can make up to $4,096 a month in residual income and never have to sponsor anyone. Facts. Will you? I'm not here to tell you you're going to. You might. You can maybe make 500, maybe make 200, maybe make 50, maybe make 80 for never sponsoring anyone. This is why like getting a spot, quote unquote, is true. So this is where you have leverage. But in MLM, if you have auto ship, you never have leverage because you could have a team that builds and team that builds and team that builds, right? But all of a sudden, what happens is this person gets off auto ship, and this person gets off auto ship. They get off auto ship, right? So you don't have any leverage. In this type of business model, particularly with the VIP. I mean, $20 is high enough retention, but with the VIP, when you have a team of VIPs, they're in for 12 months anyway. They can't leave, right? They're paying $0 a month. I mean, I guess they can be an outlier and go like, I don't want to pay. I just want to be out of this matrix. They could do that. But these people now, when you bring someone in to our team, we have 1 year to make them successful. All right, to help them make $300 in a year, okay, and $20 a month residual income. The reason I know for a fact I can do that is one, I've done it before, and two, is because if I bring someone in, I let's just say this is this person I bring in, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I bring people in under them that I'm going to build, right? Because if this person goes and builds a business, great, but it's also great for this guy Tom because he's going to be making money more than his $20 a month, so he'll leave. Right. Again, retention. I'm sorry to harp on this, and I wanted to do like a 10-minute presentation, and I did it again. But I want to illustrate something that this isn't some MLM deal you're getting pitched on. All right. So without retention, you don't have residual, and without leverage, the regular person can't do it. So that's what's going to equal freedom. This is why this is my like mantra here with this slide. All right. This guy, J. Paul Getty, first billionaire, whatever it was, richest man in the world at one point. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own. You've probably heard it. In this type of model, you can have 1% of 100,000 people. So it's in a unique situation. You can build a global business with this company, right? An example, let's just say you start in the Northeast, you have some friends that know people in the Southeast, who know some people on the West Coast, Midwest. Now you have a team of people, doesn't even have to be you, right? They know people in Canada. And all those people collectively know a few people in Mexico and Central America and Europe, who know people all throughout Asia and South America, all throughout Africa, Australia, Southeast Asia, Japan. So you can have literally a global business with no headaches of a traditional business. No employees, payroll, insurance, legal, customer service. And by the way, I know this sounds too good to be true. Then hang out with us and find out. What's your risk? $20, $80 to get started today, $300 for the year to find out if you can literally get freedom to watch the Zooms, to get around the people that are making this happen, to get around our trainings. I'm not sitting here doing this for fun, and I have fun doing it, but we're doing this because we're building an empire, right? I have a family, wife and kids, right? We're not looking to get someone to buy a membership and think it's funny running down the street, laughing, pushing each other into the bushes. We're building a business, right? You get funnels, training, emails, reels, and marketing all done for you. This is all done for you. AI, lead generation, follow-up. You get started with a credit card and or bank card, ATM, what do you call it? Debit card. Or you can get started with crypto. You get paid direct. As a matter of fact, today's payday. Get paid direct ACH. I want to say thank you. I do want to take any questions if anyone has any here. I'm not kidding you. I really, literally wanted to be 10 minutes and I just got on a rant. I couldn't help myself. Sorry. Okay. Billy, I'm proud of you, brother. Hitting 1 star. Good for you. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Very good. Question. What do I do? The monthly 1997 or the yearly? Why? So you want to answer that? So there's a question that says, question. What do I do? The monthly, 1997, or the yearly? And also why? You do you. Do whatever, we're all big kids here, here are your options. Say thanks, but no thanks, and don't even get involved. That's do one thing. So I like these presentations. People say, well, you can get started as a customer or this. No, you can actually not do anything. So one, you can do nothing and not participate. Okay, it's one option. The second option is I just want to be a member. I don't even want to be an affiliate. So you could pay $20 and get the membership. Okay. And upgrade as an affiliate at any time. Yes, you could do that. Next, you could pay to be $60, right? And your first month for 20 is $80 and get started. Okay. Or you could pay $300 and get everything and pay $0 for the year. That's more of a commitment. What did I do? I did the $300. I don't have like money spilling out of my pockets that I did this. I did the $300 because I don't want to, because I understand this compensation plans and I understand the speed of the leader determines the speed of the group. People are going to duplicate what you do. So yes, I did the 300 for that, but I also did it because I don't want a monthly, right? So I don't want to pay the monthly. I also don't want to leave money on the table. So if I am a VIP and I sponsor, if I'm not a VIP and I sponsor someone that is, I lose, I don't make the $10. I'll make $20 for signing them up, but not an additional VIP bonus. I won't make the 10. And then these are adding up, by the way, the 10, the 5, the thing. And so you have 100 people a month coming into your organization at some point, and you're getting paid 300, 3, 5, or $10 on those people. That adds up just on one little portion of the comp plan. So you do you. The VIP is the culture of our team, the Team Inspire that we have. So we also have special trainings for VIPs that are 1-star VIPs. So you'll get that. There's a lot of other things you get it's built in that aren't on the slideshow. You get consulting built in. I mean, I'll do a three-way call with you. I'm not charging anyone for calls, right? I was on with Jason Cardamone. I don't know if you know Jason. What a sweetheart of a guy. Good guy, nice guy. And he's killing it. He's killing it with this company. He's a 4-star. You've probably seen him if you've been around. And he doesn't charge me for phone calls. Pete Delmonico, we've been on with the owner of the company. I mean, so with private calls. So I have a friend of mine. I'm looking to get on a call with the CEO of the company, major player, right? Thank you. Thank you, Fran. Appreciate that. Yeah, with a lot of support. How do you access the savings when buying products? Very good question, right? And so let's go. I'll show you. Oh, when buying the products, you just show it on your phone. So like in other words, if you two ways. So the question is, how do you access the savings when you're purchasing something? So you could show you a barcode, right, where they making the purchase. If it's Home Depot, you show the barcode. They hit the barcode, and the savings is applied, or the cash back is applied. So it's that way. But what's coming down the pike, as per the CEO, is something called card linking, which is new to me. I didn't know what this was. Card linking is if you have a Bank of America card or a Visa, whatever your card of choice is, debit card, credit card, whatever your card is, you can link that to your Save Club, and whatever the savings is, wherever you're making the purchase, automatically gets applied. So talk about convenience. If you go to IHOP for pancakes or whatever else, let's just pop up here. It's automatically applied. You don't even have to know. You don't have to look up, hey, where's the savings for IHOP? You could just, so the card linking's off the charts. Talk about convenience. I mean, that to me is like, once we have that. So did that answer the question? I know it's an anonymous question. Does that answer it? Or should I rephrase that? Let me know. Hopefully that answered that question. Billy, I'm psyched for you being on 1-star, buddy. Uh, so, okay, is anyone questions? I like you want to live. I love this. So I want to kind of like stay on the air the whole time and do this. I'm gonna start doing live streaming, like other different live streaming. Oh wait, here. I'll get my freaking glasses. Uh, yes, yes. Fran, did you want to come on and share that? You could do that. I could add you. You could share a couple things if you'd like, Franny. Appreciate that. Also, the advertising deals are interesting to me. Fran says. Charles's background. I mean, yeah, Charles, his background, yes. I mean, the company's got, I mean, the more you're around this and start plugging into this, and if you want to see what the company's about, I mean, I get pitched deals all the time, and I can choose. Obviously, we can do whatever we want to do. I didn't even wasn't looking for something to do. I wasn't looking for Save Club. I wasn't like, hope they come out with a Save Club. But residual income is like there's a saying that if you knew what residual income was, you'd crawl across broken glass to get it. And it's true. It really is because like the reason we've internalized it so much, my wife and I, is because we had for 8 years from a company that we were part of, we had 5 of those 8 years, we had multiple 5 figures a month coming in residually. And it wasn't that we did anything. I wasn't like doing Zooms back in the day, and I wasn't a speaker or all that. I just wanted it so bad that they said, hey, you should read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I said, all right, I'll read it. Like, you should read that book. All right, I do it. They said, you should go to that event or listen to that Zoom. And I did it. I was just coachable. right? And so I had a friend of mine that got involved with that same business with me, and he was in desperation in a bad spot with his marriage, everything. And he wanted it so bad that he was willing to do what it took. And that's what it comes down to. If you really, that's why I showed like the whole monthly expenses thing, because that touches my nerve. And I know we're like most people, my wife and I. So that's what people talk about all the time. We had friends over for Memorial Day, and that's all what we were all talking about. Two of the families, they have the kids in travel sports. It's like 25,000 a year for football and then cheer. One kid in football, one kid in cheer. Like 50 grand they're paying. I mean, for sports, insane. Right? And people talk about this, and this is the conversation. And know what else people talk about? They recommend restaurants. Hey, did you hear about this place? Did you hear about that movie? Did you hear? Where'd you get your oil change? Oh, I went to Firestone. I got my tires over here. So it's like that's all we're doing it anyway. So Save Club is an easy transition into the conversation because I'm part of a Save Club, right? How did I find about everything is word of mouth? How did I find about Facebook? I didn't go like, what happens when I put faceandbook.com in? Someone said, hey, are you on Facebook? Like, how'd you hear of anything? Netflix, everything's word of mouth. Everything's word of mouth. Sorry for that rant. Okay, so all right, is everyone good? We're good? So this is why I like to record it so I can put it down. But this is what's called a long form video. All right. If anyone wants anything, or if you want to call me after, Billy's raising his hand. You got it, buddy. High five for you. I'm gonna high five you back, my brother. And so that's great that he's a 1 star. All right. And that's your first goal. Hit 1 star. Tonight's the cutoff Zoom at 8 o'clock Eastern time. The Zoom, you're welcome, Fran. You're welcome. Anyone, if you watched this presentation and someone invited you and you have questions, write them down and then jump on a three-way call if you'd like right after here and ask me whatever questions you want. We want you to feel comfortable in what you're doing, okay? And understand that you have support. My sponsor is a pro, his sponsor is a pro, and his sponsor is a pro. We have major support from solid people that instantly text back, instantly call back, and instantly pick up the phone, right?